Hello. Hey, hi, Daryl. If you can just make me, Daryl, if you can make me
Yes,
the
I've made you
make
co-host and I can hear
host
you.
as
Yeah.
well, please. Thank you. Hi, Shaurya. Hi, everybody. So just add everybody in as well. I mean, those who are in the.
Yes.
Okay. So we will just wait for a few more people. Give everybody a little more, few more minutes to join. I think we started a little late here. Hey, hi, welcome everybody. We're just going to give everybody a few more minutes to join. And until then, I'd like to thank everybody for making time to attend this session. Some of you have probably already, investors. So in FOHO. So thank you very much. Some of you probably missed the boat. It's. I think we're not gone too far. So we still think it's a great time for you guys to join the party. We will tell you how you can join in. We have our partners at BitBNS, and from a KYC or anything else that needs to be done, I think we will make sure that it is made easy for all of you. So I think we just sent one link which says Shaurya Srivastav. So everybody's name is Shaurya Srivastav. So if you can go and change your names, I think there's a way to change your names. You can do that. I think we sent a link because a lot of people did not go and register, and people like clicking links. It's probably taken. So I see 8 Shaurya Srivastavs in the meeting. So it is what it is. If you can change your name, then please do change your names. But Shaurya, you're very popular now. So we took your link. We took your link. We sent it to everybody. So everybody is a Shaurya now. I think there's a way to change it. Okay, so if any of you can change your things, please do. Um, I think there's a way to do that. Okay, so I was waiting for. So again, maybe even Roshan's shortest so we don't know which guy to promote. So Roshan, if you can just go re-register the original link, we can get you to panelist as well. I know Roshan's in there somewhere. Sorry for definitely you're very popular. So as we wait for that, if anybody has any questions, right? I mean, you can start off. It will start off in an AMA format. If you either raise your hand or there is the Q&A section, so you can write in your questions there, and we will get started. I'll also go through a quick presentation, not bore you too much. We'll have a little presentation in terms of what FOHO is and a couple of things. But more than anything else, I think this is a session where we'll take questions from all of you and make sure that we answer them. So I think good. I think one anonymous thing is how to purchase, how much amount. Good question. Let me share my screen quickly. 1 second. So share screen, desktop, white. Wait, let me do my. So can you guys see my screen? 1 second. Give 1 second. Did we get? Did we get? Did we get? Did we get? Did we get Roshan joining? Roshan, are you
No,
there?
he's not joined yet.
Okay. So which is fine. Hey, Daryl, would you be possible for you to share? I don't know. My laptop. I'm borrowing my daughter's. My laptop going bad. I'm borrowing my daughter's. Apple MacBook, and I have difficulty trying to share it here. I just, I haven't been able to figure out. I need to give some things here. So is it possible that you can share it?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, just share. Just go to FOHO coin.com, please.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So let's start with the very basic, and if you can just go to the presentation as well. I mean, you can just get the. We'll go to FOHOcoin.com if you can do that. Share,
Yes.
please. Okay. So I don't see anything on the screen as yet.
Yes, 1 second.
Okay. And if you can get from Tanya the actual presentation, then we'll go over the presentation as well. But let's go to FOHOcoin.com, and then we'll also go to BitBNS, and we will. Okay. So fantastic. Okay. So FOHOcoin.com. I just wanted to kind of we'll go over the website. We'll explain to people what is FOHOcoin. Okay. So I know some of you might be new to crypto, and that is fine. I was, I had a crypto account, but I had not gone into as level of detail into crypto as that I had to do maybe 6 months back when we started talking about how we can get our legacy FOHO platform, moved to blockchain and crypto. So at a very high level, FOHO allows sharing of real estate using blockchain. So when we started with FOHO, in 2019, in 2 years back, and some of you who are from Goa, when we had the vibrant Goa event, that is when we launched FOHO. And at that time, we talked about how FOHO could revolutionize real estate, ownership. We talked about how it would be like a timeshare with ownership of the underlying property. And we talked about how we were going to democratize real estate, and we were going to break a property into 10, 12 fractions. People could use it. You could be sitting with your friends in Delhi on a table, and the rich guy in Delhi says, I own a villa in Goa, and you could still say, I also own a villa in Goa, but you only owned 1/10 of it, and but you could still use it. Now, we've taken this idea and blown it up multiple fold. Now, you could be sitting on that table, and when that guy says he owns a villa, he owns a full villa, you can tell him, I own a 1/10,000. You don't have to say that, but in reality, you can own 1/10,000 of a fraction of a villa in Goa, 1/10,000 of a villa in Miami, one 10,000 of an apartment overlooking Central Park in New York, one 10,000 of a ski in Whistler, British Columbia. You can have all of that for less than $10,000. So a $2 million condo on Fifth Avenue overlooking Central Park, one 10,000 fraction of that is only $200. So this is truly democratizing. So I tell people, I stand corrected when I mentioned that we were going to democratize real estate ownership in 2019. We were just scratching the surface. What we're doing right now is truly democratizing, and all of this is going to be possible with the FOHO platform, and that's where we want you guys to participate. About, can we go to just about? So what is the FOHO ecosystem? Let's go to the ecosystem. This is the FOHO coin, but let's go to the ecosystem about, and then below there's an ecosystem. It's ecosystem right here. Okay, so it's made up of 4 parts. Okay, the FOHO coin is the currency. It's the lifeblood of the FOHO ecosystem, right? So this is the token that allows you to participate. So when you get the FOHO, it's like buying a prepaid, Amazon card. Or if you go to a mela in India, like a village fair, you at the gates of the mela, there's somebody selling you tokens or coupons that you can buy, and then you go inside the mela. You can use those coupons to participate, to get on the Ferris wheel, to play games. You can even buy maybe a meal, a lunch, dinner, the vada pav, or whatever, popcorn. You can get any of those things with those coupons. Similarly, FOHO coin is the utility token that allows you to participate in FOHO house. Now, what is FOHO house? FOHO house is you can buy a fraction of home. This is a marketplace on blockchain where people can bring their properties and list them here, and then multiple people can buy. So we have a whole system of how we do this. There's a seller, there's a sponsor. All of that is in the white paper. You can read the white paper, get more details. But essentially, it's a marketplace. It's like an Airbnb, but where people will bring their properties. Now, this could be individual resale properties, but also brand new. We're talking to Tata Housing. We're talking to Loda Group. We're talking to Damac in Dubai. So imagine a Loda building in Mumbai, which has, let's say, 50 stories. They put 2 stories to fractional, and those 2 stories will come on the FOHO platform. Similarly, builders in Goa, builders in other parts of India can decide to put part of their property inventory on FOHO. And does the builder care if it's a full person buying it or if it's bought by a fractional entity? No, they don't, because they're getting full price, and that is basically where it is going. So that's FOHO house. FOHO work. FOHO work is where commercial property can come on board. So you want to buy a warehouse in Pune and you want to give it to Amazon. Okay, today warehousing space is the hottest real estate commodity worldwide. Thanks to e-commerce, thanks to a lot of the stuff that's happening because of COVID, warehousing space is at a premium. So if you either want to buy real estate, so it could be you could say, I'm going to put this is like sponsor led. I want to put this out. I am not the seller, but I want to bring together a group of people to buy a warehouse. And we know that if we buy this, Amazon will take it. Okay, so we have a thesis. So you got to bring together the people to buy it. If you buy it, then the deal goes through. We buy the thing, and then Amazon. So how does this happen? We have a REIT model, trust model through the FOHO platform. A trust will buy this. And again, hey, we've got Roshan here. Roshan, are you good to speak? I know you went to see some properties for FOHO on the Maharashtra-Goa border, and now I think you're back in Goa.
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's exciting times. I'm actually at a beach called Shiroda Beach, which is on the Goa-Maharashtra border. This is a fantastic location. As those of you who are familiar with Goa will know that the new Goa airport is coming up called Mopa Airport. It's actually at the on the Goa-Maharashtra border, and it's inland. So, and if you look at the present, if you just go to Google Maps and put in Mopa Airport, and then you draw a line and going leftwards from Mopa Airport to the coast of India, you will see that it touches the coast of India at a beach called Shiroda Beach, which actually is 2 kilometers inside the Goa Maharashtra border on the Maharashtra side. This is actually great because Maharashtra has much better land laws, much more streamlined permissions, and we're already doing a development here called Dreams Goa, and it's a fantastic place. I mean, this is a property which will probably appreciate 3 to 4 times within the next 12 to 18 month time frame as Mopa Airport opens up. And I mean, I'm excited to bring this property to the FOHO platform.
Fantastic. So Roshan, this is the part where if you want to say, I mean, I'll give you an example, but so let me go through this, and then you can talk about how some of the Bitcoin, the blockchain based governance models will work through and all that. So give me more. Let me finish this up. So for work, take an example.
Sure.
Today, okay. So today, and maybe you can send us some pictures of the good place where you're at. But with work, think about who a cell phone tower. A cell phone tower today is a property that not many people can buy, right? But who are buying cell phone towers? The big REITs, the big money in the world are buying cell phone towers. So with something like FOHO, a bunch of people, 10,000 people can get together, buy a bunch of cell phone towers in Kenya. You can buy a bunch of cell phone towers in India, and the yield is fantastic. So it allows you to bring asset classes that you do not have access to, bring it on a platform, and then people can collaborate and buy, and you can sell as people go in and out. People can. It's almost like the stock market. So every portfolio will have its own token and buy and sell. So that's FOHO work. FOHO club is a usage based club. So this is where you can actually participate. I'll give always an example that I will give is a bunch of people live in Mumbai but travel to Goa very often, because FOHO.house, FOHO.work is all about ownership. There is no usage, but you want to use the property. So if you want to use the property and you're in Mumbai, you travel to Goa very often, and then you decide, you know what, I go to Goa maybe 5 days in a year. Could there be other people like this? Why don't, rather than staying in a hotel, why don't I rent a villa somewhere? So you decide, I will rent a villa, I will take care of, I'll put a management company, but I will be the organizer. I bring that idea to the FOHO platform, put it in FOHO club. Maybe 20 other families in Mumbai say, you know what, we love this idea, we'll join you. So we can join up in the FOHO club. They have rules of the club. They say, okay, everybody gets 5 days in a year. Here is how we're going to allocate this. Anything that's over and above that, we can put it onto Airbnb, or we'll put it on trip villas, and the rent from there will come back to the club. At the end of the year, the club can decide if they want to continue it for one more year, or the club decides we're going to stop the club, or 3 people drop off the club, they bring 3 new members, and the club can continue. So that's the idea with the club. So this can also be, you can go, let's say somebody, there is a winery, can decide to say all their production is in the club for the first year. People join the club and buy all the winery. Now this is also in Goa. I'm going to take this idea to some of the Feni manufacturers. They can almost create a club and sell their whole Feni production for the year, and anything that goes above or lower can be. So the club lends itself to a bunch of different things as well. So your usage of a certain property, it could be a paragliding club, it could be multiple different things that can be used through the club. So So for house residential, real estate ownership fractional, FOHO.work, commercial real estate ownership, FOHO club is usage. So with that, Roshan, I'd like you to come in, give us some more ideas about how the other participants, the sponsor, all of that stuff. And before we get there, I think a little, description about, not description, introduction about Roshan and I. And I don't know if Chandan's here as well. So I've been an entrepreneur for almost 20 years now. I run a company called Tangential. We're a automation B2B company. We do a lot of services. We're around 200 people, between 150 200 people worldwide. And we're headquartered in Toronto, Canada, but our center of gravity is in Goa. We got almost 100 plus people in Goa, and we have operations in the US as well. So I also have run a technology venture capital fund called Tangential Ventures, and that is through which I started FOHO in 2019. Come 2021, I run into Roshan, who's also thinking of doing some fractional stuff, and we got talking. And Roshan, I'll let him introduce himself, but he runs Asia's largest holiday home platform called Trip Villas. And on that note, I will transfer over to Roshan. So Roshan, you can give a little more introduction about yourself and Trip
Thanks,
Villas,
Vijay.
and also a little bit about the actual buying experience, and how, what would a person that would be buying or selling on the FOHO platform experience.
Yes. Thanks, Vijay. I'm not sure. I'm not able to, start my video. I don't know if it's something like a setting.
This guy, can you make Roshan the co-host as
Yes.
well, please?
One second.
Yeah. Yeah. So
So
hi
just like in the
everyone.
Bible,
So
Roshan, ask and you shall receive.
thank you.
Yeah, Roshan, you should be
Yeah.
able to
So
do.
yeah. Okay, everyone.
There you
Yeah.
go.
So that's so just to give you a quick introduction, I was born and grew up overseas in a very tiny country called Qatar. Came to India in '96 to study at IIT Bombay. Graduated in the year 2000, and pretty much after that have been an entrepreneur. For the last 10 years, I've been, the founder of a company called Trip Villas, where we're one of the leading vacation home management companies in the world. We've been, a key part of creating many of the most beautiful vacation home assets in key strategic places. And usually, we know we have a dual focus. We want to make sure that when people put their hard-earned money into buying vacation home and real estate, that the investment itself will multiply. At the same time, while they're holding it, it should generate superior returns. And we are very clear that it can only generate superior returns and yield if it is a desirable destination that is a unique combination of natural beauty, art, culture, history, cuisine, and that comes together magically to create a great experience when somebody goes and visits that place. And then we, as the operator, can create the 10% magic by having an experience that is bespoke, and that goes all out and is hospitable, expect, etc. And so that's what we've been doing. We've been kind of creating this kind of real estate, managing it well, and delivering returns to the investors who invested in those assets. Just a second. So you know
Yeah, Roshan, if you want to take that,
uh,
I can carry on. Yeah.
yeah, sorry. Yeah, so if you look at the FOHO.house model and the FOHO platform, essentially what we are trying to do is we are trying to bring that experience to the smaller investor, and to democratize that investing in vacation home assets by by making it unnecessary for you to buy the entire property. This then allows you to diversify your investments, to take a more portfolio approach, and sometimes actually invest in properties that you might not have invested in if you had to do it all alone. So we've created a what we feel is a well thought about system, where you have it's truly decentralized. Anybody can put a deal on the platform, and the deal goes live to various investors, as long as it gets sponsorship or it gets buy-in from a sponsor. So the sponsor essentially puts skin in the game and is supposed to be an expert. What he does is he says that I'm going to subscribe to at least 10% of the value of the property single-handedly, and I will commit to holding my investment for a minimum of 12 months. And I will upload my thesis as to why I think this is a great deal and why I have chosen it from all those deals which are on the platform. So that's what you'll see on FOHO. You will see experienced investors who are sponsors. You will see that they have put in skin in the game before they claim that they are sponsoring. So they're not, they're not paying a cheaper price than you, or they're not, sort of, they're not a broker in that sense. And then they are going to upload their thesis as to why they think this deal is great and it's exciting and why it will multiply in value, etc. And then you decide to follow them in a deal, and then the deal closes. And over time you will be able to see that okay, these sponsors have really been good investors. They've identified best deals, they've been able to articulate, and we expect that many of them will become the true rock stars on the platform, and they will build their own brand, and they will become really huge brands using the FOHO platform. So that's what we're looking forward to. We're looking forward to bringing a lot of exciting deals. We're looking forward to investors participating in them, multiplying their capital, and building a diversified portfolio in what is really, in our opinion, one of the most attractive asset classes in the world, which is real estate. And I myself am a big believer. I know Vijay is also a big believer. We, in our personal capacities, also are big investors in real estate, and we are very eager and excited to have you along on the journey.
Absolutely. So thanks, Roshan, and I'm going to ask this question to everybody out there. Take a stab at the market size that we're going after, right? I mean, so the real estate market globally. Does anybody want to guess? Okay, you guys can chat. What is the size of the market? And what is the size of the market that we are potentially going after worldwide? Anybody want to guess? You can just put your questions in the chat, your answers in the chat. Okay, so nobody's hazarding a guess. So the answer is we're looking at 60 to 70 trillion dollars, trillion with a T. Okay, that is the size of the global real estate market. Now, the managed real estate market globally is 8 to 15 trillion dollars. So that is the managed, which means there is a management company that manages these real estate. So that is the low hanging fruit. So because obviously when you're buying fractional, you need to. Can we go back to the sharing of the website, please? And Roshan, sorry, and Daryl, if you can find the presentation, but we can just go to the website, please.
Yes.
The FOHO. So what we are trying to do here is disrupt one of the largest industries in the world. So this is bigger than the oil industry. Okay, the real estate market is bigger than the oil industry in the world. So that is, I think, the fundamental premise of what we're trying to do, and that's why this is so exciting. That's why we've got people from around the world, trying to get on board. And how do we envision this? Do we see us as the only player? No, we don't see us as the only player. We see this as potentially, like the airline business. There's going to be players that are going to come in here. There's already a player in Australia called Bricklets. We're already signed a partnership with them. Bricklets properties are going to be listed on FOHO. FOHO property is going to be listed on Bricklets. Similarly, we are tying up with a few companies in North America. So there will be a whole ecosystem that will be built around this. So this is almost like the airline business. So those of you who know the airline business know of things like Sabre, a lot of the software that will connect each other. So there will be standards that will evolve for fractional ownership platforms to talk to each other. So our properties can get listed on other places. So those platform investors can buy from there. So this is the roadmap. So we've got our IEO closed. The listing of tokens and trading has already started. October is when the launch of FOHO House, all of this will happen. Acceptance of FOHO coin third-party websites. Now we're going to have acceptance on possibly on Trippillars. Roshan, do you have any direction on that? We're hoping to have that possibly even earlier than what we've said here in November. We were hoping to have that in as soon as September itself. And we're going to have a secondary listing or multiple, and that could also be even earlier. We're looking at a global exchange at the moment, but based on how things are going, we might actually have some secondary listings in India as well, because obviously India is where we started off. India is one of our primary markets, is also going to be where our investor base right now primarily is, but our outlook is global. So stay tuned. We're already on BitBNS is where we started off, but we're also on Uniswap, which allows people from anywhere in the world to participate as well. So next one is buy now. How can you participate? Obviously, IO is there, token distribution. Let's go to bitbns.com. Can we go to bitbns.com, please? Okay, go to bitbns.com. So all you need to go, those of you have not done, go to bitbns.com, sign up, right? When you go, just hit sign up. Okay, log out. Okay, just sign up. Sign up, very simple. Sign up in there. Once you signed up, BitBNS, if you're signing up from India and you're going to put fiat currency, which is basically you're going to put Indian rupees in there, you need to do KYC. Okay, so but if you already have a crypto account somewhere, that means you've already been KYC'd. You can move your crypto into this account and almost immediately start trading. So the two ways here, and KYC is pretty straightforward. And if you need any help, let us know. I just put an email there. It's fohoprofile@bitbns.com. Since the 14th, okay, good. I have a question here. You're stuck with KYC since the 14th. So one second. Okay, but no problem. Okay, so please send an email. There is an email to I just put that out there. It is FOHO profile. Okay, and just put that. We have people from BitBNS in that WhatsApp group as well. So Milind, if you we will fast track it. Okay, so anybody that has any problems like that, send that to the or give us your email address that you've done it. We will make sure that is taken care of. Okay, so anybody that's stuck with KYC, so we will take care of that. Once that's done, then you can very easily transfer money from any Indian bank account in there. But if any of you already have crypto in any wallet anywhere in the world, you can move that crypto to the BitBNS wallet, and then you can start trading. So you can work on the KYC in parallel, but if you already have crypto, you can start trading almost immediately. So that's the easiest, quickest way to start trading. So if you want to quickly see the price, we started at 10 cents, which is like 7.5 rupees. We're now at 11, 10.16. Okay, it keeps going up and down. We're at 10.16, which is still a good 25%, 30% above our IEO price. Day one, we had actually gone to almost 60% higher, but we definitely think this is even before the platform has started. This is very early days, and I live in Toronto, and in Toronto is where Ethereum started off. There is a guy called Vitalik who actually, believe it or not, grew up in the same neighborhood where I live. Okay, this is a very middle class neighborhood. Vitalik is now a billionaire, and a lot of people that were part of the non core group, non promoter group, non founders are also billionaires. So it is definitely something that I think since we're going after such a large market, addressable market, and I think it is going to be exciting times ahead for all of you. We want supporters to support us for the long term. And you've seen Roshan and I. We run companies that have been in business for the long term. We're not looking at something that will be there only for a short while. And we appreciate all of you joining. Now, if you have any questions, we're open for questions. And we think this is a exciting journey, and we have also a bunch of dedicated supporters. I'm going to give a shout out to the FOHO army. Thank you very much, guys. You guys been fantastic. And here, just hold on to this one. So you can buy from BitBNS page in INR, buy from BitBNS page in USDT, buy from the Uniswap, or if you're a strategic investor. Now, this is if you are like the equivalent of a Tata Housing, you're a DEMAC. We're talking to the largest company and largest real estate company in Vietnam. So if you're one of those strategic investors, we're looking for people who are willing to get in on the equity side as well as coins. We're wanting to talk to you. So that's the strategic investor side of things. But obviously, we're looking at people who are willing to part away with significant capital. So that is but for regular investors, I think the first three ones would matter. Buy from the BitBNS page, Indian rupees, but from BitBNS USDT, and if you have crypto, then obviously you can just go in, transfer the crypto, and get started. Roshan, anything you want to add? And people, please, if you have any questions, you can see the price right out there. And the white paper, you can read about the white paper there. And please, if you have any questions. Okay, I see a question there. FOHO Club listed separately? No, there is no FOHO Club listed separately. FOHO Club, as we go along, the club, house, and all of those, they're part of the platform. Now, the platform is so the currency and the platform are two separate things. So the platform, because we have two different parts to our business. One is the platform. Okay, the platform doesn't need to be as much has compliance things. It's a technology platform, but for there is SEC, SEBI, all of these entities. There is more compliance with the currency aspect. So we've kept the currency and the platform separate, but the currency is the FOHO coin. That's the one that you're buying right now. You're buying the FOHO coin, and the FOHO coin is definitely going to be something that as we go along is going to be required to participate. So all the staking, as Roshan mentioned, right? If you want to put a property on the FOHO platform, you have to have some skin in the game yourself. So if a property costs $1 million, you as the sponsor have to put 10% minimum, or if you're a bigger sponsor and you've got more staked overall, you might be able to put less. If you're a one person, you want to put your just one property on there, we have to be sure that everything is right with the property. So as for 1 year, we take a guarantee, and you have to stake 25%, and you have to stake that in FOHO coins. So guess what? If people start staking FOHO coins, and when they say stake, that means those coins are not available. They are kind of in fixed deposit. What do you think happens to the coin? What do you think happens to demand and supply? There is more demand and less supply, and supply is limited, right? We already know the supply is limited. There's only 2.5 million coins out there, right? And then every time we have a new release, people will have to buy it for money. There's no more that initial 10-cent thing is done. So there is no more coins that's going to be issued There's a minor thing for development for the platform itself. So those are things that is there. So so I think that's I think to give you an idea. So now we can go through this presentation quickly and we'll answer some questions. I see some questions coming along. So can we move along, please? And Roshan, please free to jump in anytime. Okay, democratizing real estate. We just went through this. We talked about all of this part. Again, so problem solving, expensive affair. You don't have to buy all of it. It is lengthy. Managing a home, it's all taken care of. And then, you have diversity, right? You diversification. You can not, if you buy everything in one thing and that market crashes, you're stuck. But here you can invest in multiple markets. Moving on. Okay, this is what we talked about. The market statistics. This is only the managed market statistics. Okay, this is just managed real estate, and that is 10.5 trillion. The overall market is in the 60 to 70 trillion, or maybe even more. That is the one that we measure, where there's actual measurement. There's some, globally is possibly even more. I saw some numbers of 280 trillion possible. Next. And the biggest company, right, in the world today is only 2 trillion, right? The Googles, the Apple, they're only 2 trillion. In fact, even Saudi Aramco is only a $1 trillion company. So this is potentially a huge market, and you see, as it says, America is obviously the biggest. EMEA, APAC, these are the other sizes. Moving on. Yeah, I think we explained some of this. Let's move on. Competition, there's some of that. Move on. Some of the properties that we already have. So we have some properties in Aldeia de Goa and Bambolim. Dusit Thani in Sri Lanka. Dusit Thani is a well-known Thai resort group, and we have some of those in our legacy FOHO that we're going to move to the new FOHO platform as well. So this is in Balpitia, south of Colombo, on the close to Mirissa and close to the I forget the name of the fort there, but very, 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 very beautiful area in Sri Lanka. And the promoter is giving 7% yield. So they're giving 7% yield on the whole platform, on the whole unit. So guess what? As an investor, fraction investor, you also get 7%. So if for your fraction, so that's the idea, that as a fractional owner, you wouldn't get access to it otherwise, right? If you only had 10,000 rupees or $5,000 or $1,000, you would not get access to that. But through FOHO, now you get access to it. Moving on. Okay, so I think this is the I think we'll go ahead with that. So some of the allocation, I think this is part. I think it's on the website. We'll let you guys deal. So thanks. Thing, if you can just put it onto the homepage, Daryl. Okay, here's something interesting. Let's keep this one. Okay, go back. Okay, so where are we? What is our thing? So 85 million coins is what we have put for India. 100 million coins for EMEA and India, Middle East, Africa. 50 million coins for China, Japan. These will be issued as we go along. So it's 1 billion is the total issuance that we have. So there's a hard cap. We can't go below a billion, beyond a billion. And so this gives you an idea of where we're looking to go and what are the markets we're going to do. And obviously, this is something that as we go along, we will look at. So thanks. Just keep it at the homepage, and I will take some more questions. So I think I think one of the big questions here was stuck on KYC. Milind, we will take care of that. Other wallets as well. As we said, it is not on other exchanges as yet. It will be on other exchanges, shortly. But if you have on any wallet anywhere in the world, you can just transfer your crypto, Ethereum, Bitcoin, anything to a BitBNS wallet. You can get the money in there. So you have to create a wallet there, or through Uniswap, you can go to Uniswap. Let's just click the Uniswap one. If you want to click Uniswap there, you can go to Uniswap, and so that's going to Etherscan. But I wanted to go to the Uniswap one. So this gives you the Etherscan of where the thing is. Just go to Uniswap link, please. It's Uniswap, and there is a there was a link for Uniswap. 1 second, where you can get to the Uniswap. So you can just start the app for Uniswap, and you can then trade from anywhere as long as your wallet. If your wallet anywhere else, you can do that. So very good question from Akash Banerjee. You're going to get dividends, yes. So this is the beauty of the FOHO model, the tokenomics. You initially buy FOHO coin, which is not a stable coin. Okay, it's not a stable coin. The FOHO coin is not pegged to US dollar or to INR or anything. FOHO coin is free floating. It is based on the market, right? However, every property that you buy is going to be pegged to a stable coin. So it's going to be pegged to the stable coin, and you will get yields based on the property. So it will be tied to your secondary coin that you buy. Okay, so the FOHO coin can go up and down based on the usage of the platform, usage of the FOHO coin. As a coin gets used more, the FOHO coin prices will go up. So if it goes down as well, your dividend from the dividend or the yield that you will get from the property is not affected. So the dividend is not affected. However, you can play both markets. You can play the FOHO coin separately, or you can have access. The FOHO coin is only giving you access to buy or if you sell, also you get equivalent in FOHO coin on that day, which you can then convert into stable coin immediately. So property is always going to be connected to stable coin. So that is the beauty of the system. So it's truly a decentralized REIT, and it is connected to stable. So your property transactions are always going to be stable, connected to stable. But the FOHO coin will be tracking itself in the market. So the FOHO platform, the FOHO platform is there is a trust that will be owning the property. So you would be a beneficiary of the trust. So the FOHO platform manages this entire thing. So trust will be a legal trust that will be in India. It will be in a court of law. The trust will manage itself, right? So the trust, you have the Tata Trust, right? The Tata Trust have been running for centuries, right? So similarly, there will be a trust that manages in every jurisdiction, and there will be some jurisdiction where probably the trust laws are not as strong, where we will use a private limited company. So globally, we will have different models, but in India, we'll follow a trust model. So it is the trust that will manage it, and it will be governed by everybody that owns the property. So it's going to be truly decentralized. So let's say we have a property in Mumbai, for want of a term, NCPA at Nariman Point. At NCPA, you have, which all of you probably know, is one of the most expensive real estate in India. You have an apartment in NCPA, and you're getting good yield because the CEO of Airtel lives there, or somebody very expensive, paying a very expensive, or some big film star lives there and pays us a lot of money every month. However, the collective decides that, why are we still holding on to this? The property is appreciated, we should sell. Now, this is where the whole blockchain model kind of decentralized the buy-sell decision. If anybody has 10% of the votes, you can start you can start what's what I'm looking for. You can start some kind of a vote that you put to everybody, saying that here is, I suggest that we sell this. You need 10% to start the motion. The motion was the term that I was looking for. So you can start the motion. Now, if you get 51% support on your motion, it goes. So the that property then has to be sold. So it is truly decentralized and democratized. So people can can definitely can get involved in the working of each of the properties. Also, since we're Ethereum, we also have a proxy. You can assign your proxy to somebody. Let's say somebody is the organizer. You can give him your proxy. He can do whatever it is. And then, okay, I have a few more questions here. You don't have to select property. You buy the FOHO coin right now. It is like, as I said, if you're going to a mela in India, they give you coupons. You don't have to tell them, I am going to eat popcorn, I am going to eat vada pav, I am going to eat ice cream, right? You then go in and decide what you want to do it. But you're buying the coins right now. Once you have the coins, you decide to do what you want later. Okay, FOHO coin is a utility token that you can decide what you want to do. As a platform company, you can decide what you want to do. And it's open. You can decide what you want to buy with it. But it's a utility token. The yield is not fixed. Yield is again decentralized. Every property will have its own yield and different yields. So you can decide either you want to go, let's say if you want to go in the Toronto real estate market, yields are very low. However, capital appreciation is very high. The Toronto real estate market has gone up almost 200% in the last 10 years. Okay, so so would you want yield or you want so this is like some properties would be growth oriented properties, some will be yield oriented properties, and some of them, and both are different. If it's a very growth market, in most of those growth markets, yields are low. Okay, so because everything's growing so fast. So those are decisions that you can take and you can choose. You can put, like pick and choosing stock. You can pick and choose properties on the FOHO platform. So with that, I'd like to ask if there were any more questions. Anybody has any would like to ask questions. You can definitely raise your hand. We can open it up for you to speak as well. Let me see if there's anybody with raised hands. If anybody wants to raise your hand, we can open it up for you as well. So I see a lot of people there. Any of you, Jeffrey, any questions? Milind, Noel, Rahul, anybody? So we're coming to the top of the hour. There's 3 minutes left. Roshan, you want to have any last comments? So Jeffrey, it's more exciting if you're on the bandwagon. So we need you to get on board and invest. We'd like to have you on the bandwagon. Okay, and if you need any help, definitely do not hesitate to ask. Okay, so I think that is it. Roshan, I think, is stuck with something, but we definitely would love to have you guys on board. It's not too late. Again, we've only as we've just started. There's going to be a lot of opportunities for everybody. So get on board, guys, and feel free to reach out to me, LinkedIn or we have a Telegram group. We have that WhatsApp group that we created. Any which way, love to have all of you. So fantastic. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Those in India, have a good day. Those of you in North America, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye.